Álvaro Castagnet is a name that vibrates with energy in the world of watercolor, echoing across continents and cultures like a charismatic melody. Often described as the Charlie Chaplin of watercolor, his presence is both playful and profound, filled with spontaneity and depth. His paintings speak the language of emotion, vivid, energetic, and expressive, yet grounded in a rigorous understanding of light, shadow, and composition. To encounter Castagnet's art is to walk into a scene alive with motion, drenched in light, and crackling with atmosphere. Born in Montevideo, Uruguay, in 1954, Álvaro's earliest memories are imbued with the aroma of turpentine and the scratching sound of pencil on paper. Art was not just a curiosity, it was a calling. Encouraged by his family, he enrolled at the National School of Art in Montevideo, where he absorbed the classical foundations of painting. His early work leaned towards oils and other traditional mediums. But it was watercolor, elusive, luminous, and unpredictable, that ultimately seduced him. It became not only his preferred medium, but the very language through which he would communicate with the world. What distinguishes Castagnet is not just his technique, but the unmistakable spirit that animates his work. He doesn't merely paint a café in Paris or a plaza in Venice. He captures the pulse of the moment, the hum of the street, the subtle dance between shadow and light. His brushstrokes are deliberate yet loose, suggesting rather than describing, and inviting the viewer to complete the picture in their own imagination. At the heart of his paintings lies a bold sense of contrast. Castagnet's urban landscapes are often built upon strong, dark shapes that serve as a stage for the drama of light. Against these deep shadows, luminous highlights emerge, windows reflecting sunlight, cobblestones glistening after rain, silhouettes of figures in motion. It's this interplay that gives his work its signature vitality. He embraces imperfection and fluidity, trusting the medium to surprise him, allowing colors to merge organically, often using negative space with masterful restraint. His palette is unmistakable. Earthy reds, golden ochres, inky blues, and vibrant splashes of turquoise or magenta come together in a harmony that feels both controlled and instinctive. The colors are rarely true to life, but they are true to the feeling of a place, to the memory of a moment. Álvaro often says, "I don't paint what I see, I paint what I feel." And that feeling, raw, energetic, human, is what resonates with audiences around the world. As a traveler and a global artist, Castagnet has painted scenes from dozens of countries, bringing his unique perspective to cities like London, Tokyo, Venice, Buenos Aires, and beyond. But no matter where he is, his approach remains the same. He observes, absorbs, and then interprets. His paintings are less about documenting reality and more about distilling its emotional essence. In addition to his painting practice, Álvaro Castagnet is also a passionate teacher and communicator. For decades, he has shared his philosophy with aspiring artists around the globe through workshops, books, DVDs, and live demonstrations. His teaching style is direct, enthusiastic, and deeply encouraging. He urges students to paint with courage, to avoid the trap of over-detailing, to embrace spontaneity, and most importantly, to find their own voice within the chaos of watercolor. According to Castagnet, watercolor should never be timid. It's a bold medium, he insists, demanding a strong hand and a fearless spirit. Don't ask for permission from the paper, he often tells his students. Claim it. This mindset of ownership, of facing the blank page with confidence and excitement, is at the core of both his teaching and his practice. Yet behind this boldness is a lifetime of discipline and structure. Castagnet's ability to paint quickly and effectively didn't appear overnight. It is the product of decades spent mastering the visual language of design and value, honing his sensitivity to tone and contrast, and learning how to tell a story through shape, rhythm, and color. His compositions are not accidental. They are carefully constructed to lead the viewer's eye, to balance energy with silence, movement with rest. In interviews, Álvaro often speaks about the importance of memory in painting. Even when working from life, he is not a slave to the subject. Instead, he seeks to extract a feeling, what he calls the soul of the scene. This is why his paintings feel timeless. They are not snapshots but impressions, echoes of a lived experience rendered with honesty and flair. Another hallmark of his style is his ability to suggest figures and architecture with just a few brushstrokes. A couple walking under an umbrella, a cyclist in motion, a vendor leaning on a stall. These elements are never overly detailed, yet they are instantly recognizable. They bring life to his cityscapes, anchoring the viewer in a familiar world that is simultaneously real and romantic. The spontaneity in his work is not randomness, it's controlled chaos. Castagnet often paints en plein air, especially when traveling. This practice demands speed and decisiveness. Light changes quickly, people come and go, and there's no time to hesitate. In this environment, he thrives. The result is a collection of works that feel immediate and alive, as if the city itself breathed through his brush. What makes Álvaro Castagnet even more remarkable is his relentless dedication to sharing and growing the watercolor community. As a juror in prestigious international competitions, he supports and promotes emerging talents. As a speaker and exhibitor, he raises awareness of watercolor as a serious, expressive, and modern art form. He has become not only a master painter, but also an ambassador for the medium. Despite the accolades and international recognition, Álvaro remains grounded. He paints because he must, because it's how he connects with the world and himself. "Painting is my way of being alive," he once said, and it shows. Every piece he creates is a burst of vitality, a reflection of a life intensely observed and deeply felt. His books, including Painting with Passion and Beyond Technique, offer more than technical instruction. They are manifestos of artistic freedom. He encourages readers to take risks, to develop a personal aesthetic, and to pursue excellence without sacrificing expression. He reminds artists that painting is not just about rendering, it's about revealing. Revealing what we see, what we feel, and who we are. Throughout his career, Álvaro Castagnet has visited and painted in countless cities: Havana, Tokyo, Istanbul, Buenos Aires, San Francisco, each place providing him with a new rhythm, a new palette, and a new challenge. He doesn't seek out postcard views. Instead, he finds poetry in the everyday. A wet street corner, an old cafe window, a burst of light between buildings at dusk. These moments, often overlooked, become his stage. And with every painting, he reminds us that beauty lies not in perfection, but in presence. This is perhaps the essence of Castagnet's genius, his ability to turn ordinary moments into extraordinary art. His cityscapes are not just geographic representations, they are emotional narratives. His use of contrast, the deep shadows against glowing light, adds drama and depth, as if the city itself were a character, full of stories, secrets, and shifting moods. The palette he favors is expressive and deliberate. Deep reds, burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, raw umber, and dazzling whites intermingle to create a vivid yet harmonious whole. He uses color not merely to describe, but to evoke. A red umbrella becomes a focal point. A warm reflection on wet pavement becomes a silent protagonist. Every hue has meaning, every shape a function. Beyond the urban scenes, Castagnet has also explored rural subjects and figures, always maintaining the same energy and gestural style. Yet no matter the subject, his voice is unmistakable. It's in the confident strokes, the careful balance of chaos and control, and the raw emotion that bleeds through every brushstroke. Today, Castagnet stands as one of the leading figures in the contemporary watercolor world. His influence is evident in the works of countless artists who have followed in his footsteps. They admire not only his technical ability, but his fearlessness, his willingness to paint boldly, to live fully, and to share generously. What makes Álvaro Castagnet truly extraordinary is that he never rests on what he knows. He continues to evolve, to experiment, to challenge himself with new scenes, new compositions, and new interpretations. He paints not to repeat success, but to pursue truth, to express something genuine, even if it's imperfect. In an art world that often prizes precision over passion, Álvaro Castagnet is a refreshing force. His paintings breathe. They pulse with life, with mood, with rhythm. They are more than visual records. They are emotional landscapes. And when you stand before one of his works, you don't just see a city, you feel it. You hear the footsteps, smell the rain, sense the light breaking through. In many ways, Alvaro Castagnet is to watercolor what Charlie Chaplin was to silent film. A master of expression without excess, a storyteller without words, an artist who reveals profound truths through simplicity and style. His legacy is not just in the paintings he has created, but in the countless lives he has touched, taught, and inspired. His journey reminds us that great art is not about perfection. It's about presence. It's about the courage to say something honestly, to capture a fleeting moment with feeling, and to leave behind a trail of color that others can follow. Álvaro Castagnet doesn't just paint with water and pigment. He paints with life itself,